Welcome to Faces and Stories. So when you talk about events in Rwanda, talking about entertainment events, corporate events, conferences, etc., you cannot mention without talking about the name Lavie. Lavie Events, of course, has the person behind, and the person behind is the face we have today. And her name is?
Paula.
Paula, thank you for coming. I would like you to tell our viewers more about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Paula Mugabo, but you can all call me Paula. Everyone calls me Paula. Okay. I am the managing director of Lavie Management. We do hospitality, tourism, and event management.
I like the fact that now you've even explained more of what you guys do.
Yes.
And I'm glad that I've had a chance to work with you on a few events you've curated, and I can say you're doing a very amazing job.
Thank you.
And you can see the extra, extra touch you put in the events you organize. We appreciate you for that. Before we even go, deep into anything, I would want you to talk to us about your childhood. How was it? Maybe school, anything you can share with us.
I was born and raised in Kigali, Rwanda. I went to school in Kigali from kindergarten all the way up to my high school. Then I moved to Nairobi, Kenya. Oh. And then I graduated in Nairobi, Kenya. So I spent, I think, like 5 years there. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to the States. I lived in North Carolina. And then I moved to Toronto. And that's where I did my final hospitality and tourism management degree. And then after that, I worked for a little bit in Toronto, and then I moved back. And now I'm here. So
I would like to know if you had some role models growing up.
I would say the role models that I have had growing up have nothing to do with the field that I'm in. Crazy thing. I go based on work ethic. I don't know if you guys have seen this new Michael Jackson movie.
Not really, but I've heard about it.
I haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie, and I really want to see the Michael Jackson movie because growing up I always saw Michael Jackson, and I really thought that the dedication that somebody puts into their work is so good. It plays a very big role, and I feel like he really put a lot of work into his art and his creativity. And so, yeah, Michael Jackson was somebody that I looked at and I was like, wow. Yeah, so Michael Jackson. If anyone wants to go watch the movie with me, please hit me up.
I want to know what sparked your interest in creating experiences for people?
I think I've always liked seeing people happy and playing, and that me having a role in somebody else's happiness is such a big thing. And I realized that at a very, very young age. Yeah, so making people happy and seeing people satisfied is what plays a very big role in doing event management, hospitality. It's all about creating experiences for other people.
And now you're talking about hospitality and then events. How did your journey begin into the job of doing events?
It started early. I remember the first time that it sparked was when I was in high school. I had kind of a job that did event management for the school.
In school?
Yeah.
High school?
Yeah, it was called Social Vice President. I went to a high school called Maxwell Adventist Academy in Nairobi. And there was a role of a student that would curate experiences for other students. And that is where I sparked the liking to event management and creating experiences.
I want to know what an events curator really does.
I mean, they do everything and anything. I would say there's the beforehand of the event, there is during the event, and then there's post. You curate the experience before. And I feel like a lot of us get inspo from other events that have been done before, but then also having events that are known to be yours as well. Create your ideas, something that you like, what interests you. Because you're not going to be able to create an experience for somebody else if you don't see the value in the experience. So I think when you're creating like the niche of what kind of experiences you do, go to what you like. Like for example, for me, I like, when it comes to like the tourism side of it, I like wellness. I like good food. I'm a very big foodie.
Okay.
So when creating experiences for other people, I tend to go on the good restaurants that I like, or when it comes to like the entertainment side of it, I go based on the artists that I like, the DJs that I like, the kind of sponsors that I get. I don't usually like get sponsors that I don't like go with. The only sponsor I think like I don't really like connect
So
with.
there must be a connection between you and them.
Is maybe like the beer brands that I work with, because I don't take beer, but we align in so many other different places. So yeah, curate what you like. So that's what an event planner does. They curate experiences that they are able to like resonate with, and then it also comes with like a lot of logistics, the boring stuff when it comes like budgets, money, things like that. People don't want to like really think about that, but that's actually like the very big part of it is the logistic behind it. Like, how are we going to work with sound systems, the photography, the who is going to work, who
protocol.
Yeah, all of those things that make an event what it is and seamless. That's what we do. We do the behind part of it just to make sure that everything that the customer sees from the moment that they walk in to the moment they get out is as seamless as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm imagining, because I've seen you guys doing your job, and I'm imagining it's a work of art. But now I want to really know how do you turn an idea into a fully realized experience? Because it's just an idea, and everyone has their ideas. But then how do you convert that idea into? I
think when it comes to event management, it's very much of like a team effort.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't really create an event without a team. So I can have the idea. I sit down as the director of the event. I'll sit down, I'll say, I want this, I want this, I want that. But I need waiters, I need waitresses, I need security, I need photographers,
DJ,
videographers, DJs, things like that. So you have the idea, you put it down, and you see who can help you with it. So having a good team. And I think now that I've been in the industry a little bit longer, I know my people. Yeah, so I know the videographers I use, I know the security that I use. I have people that I trust, people that won't finesse me at the door asking people for tickets.
I know.
Things like that. Yeah. So yeah.
Talk about the experience, the work, everything. Through the journey, of course, you face things here and there. I want to know what has been your most valuable lesson you've learned so far in your career.
I think I've learned a lot of lessons throughout my life, not just the career. But I think I've told you this before, is that things like don't always go as planned. Yeah. So always expect the unexpected is what I would say. Like, it's not the end of the world if something doesn't go the way you want it to go. And sometimes it's actually good. You might think that it's a detour, or it's like a hiccup or a bump in the road, but it's actually something good that could help you like later on. So things won't always go as planned is what I would say.
I think, since I'm an artist, and I also believe that you guys are also artists, because what you do is not just something someone does. It must be, it's like I said, it's a work of art. We have a saying in art that every mistake in art is a design, because sometimes some things go wrong and you're like, let's say it's a backdrop you are planning to use. It goes wrong. It tears. You put a flower somewhere, and you're like, and people think actually that was the plan. Yet it was, a cover up for a mistake. It's life, and like someone said recently that you just have to stay positive and think about what's plan B. What do I do? Of course. You can't be like, it's going the wrong way now. What do I do? Do I quit? Or,
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Never that.
Talk about events. You do a lot of events. I would like to know what has been your most memorable event you've ever worked on.
Oh, that's a good question. I would say maybe like Giants of Africa. Giants of Africa 2025 was pretty good.
Would you maybe tell us the reason as to why it stands out?
It was just a fun experience. We were working with so many creatives, people in like the sports industry. It was just good. Like I just loved seeing everyone have a different kind of like perspective to life, and meeting so many different people from different countries, working with different people. It was a great experience, I would say. Okay. Yeah. Now
this is tricky. Well, not to be so sympathetic, but it has been the order of the day. Well, I'm talking about back then, where most of the sectors, it's been dominated by men, and men are almost everywhere, and then the women are behind, just chasing. I really want to know, how has it been like being a woman in this industry, in the events industry?
I would say, I mean, in all industries, somehow, it's a male-dominated world in general, so I wouldn't say like we've had it like completely easy, but in the event industry and like I would say hospitality side, we have it better than other places.
Yes, true.
Like I wouldn't say I have faced like the same kind of issues as like a lawyer or like a doctor, like a female doctor or a female lawyer. But yes, we do. In the world, if a man says something and a woman says something, they'll always be like, let's hear what the man says.
I know. Yeah.
But like when it comes to like event management and hospitality in general, I feel like women have this thing of like attention to detail, and that's one of the most important things in our field. Yeah. So I would say I'm not gonna be like that person who says, yeah, I struggle with this and I went through it and da 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 da. No, I'll be honest, it has been pretty good.
Okay, now maybe you've been blessed or lucky not to face a lot of challenges, but then I would like to know if you've faced like criticism or like backlash from maybe men, like, because you're a woman in that leadership position.
I actually would say that I have faced doubt and stuff like that from not my gender, but my age.
Oh.
Yeah.
She can't handle that.
Yeah, like maybe she can't handle that. She's a bit new to the industry, things like that. Because I climbed the ladder very quickly, only because I think, mostly because of my work ethic, I would say. Because I am very young. I graduated at a very young age. I got into the work, like industry and everything, at a very, very young age. So it has played a role. Like as soon as people know my age, they're like, yeah. So that's why I sometimes just don't tell people my age. I mean, if you ask me how old are you or like, when did you graduate to this? No, I don't lie.
Okay.
I'll tell you. It's kind of like I would say it's kind of like a flex, but I never tell them because some people take it as a flex and some people doubt you, thinking you're young, you're not going to be able to do this, da da da.
Actually, I feel like it's a blessing. Do you know what it means to be this experienced at your age?
It is a blessing.
And people don't understand that.
It is a blessing, but some people really do not understand that. There are some people that have that mentality, like young, not experienced, can't do it, this. And right now in our industry, I would say I have the energy to do anything.
The brains?
Yes, period.
Yes.
Yeah, I can, like, I feel like having a young mind, a creative mind in the industry that I work in is actually an advantage, and people need to understand that more.
Yeah.
If you're worried about me messing up with like budgets, finances, things like that, like, no, these are things that I've done. I went to school for the field that I am, specifically hospitality and tourism management. So I would say like, it's an advantage to have a younger mind. And
I think actually for people to know, I think what we should be doing is to see if this person really can do the job.
Yeah.
Your capability. Because I don't really think age should matter. And like you said, this today, this creative economy, actually it's young people who run it. Because now we the young people, or the young people coming, the Gen Zs, know the trend, know where the world is heading. They can easily predict the future. Like this trend can actually make us the money instead of working with a 40-year-old. Not saying that they're bad people,
right?
But the things they really don't understand. I think everyone out there should understand that age doesn't matter in what we do. What really matters is the output.
Yeah.
Are you able of doing the job? And
I think we can learn so much from the people like that have been there for a long time, experienced. I've worked with different bosses in the most especially in like the tourism industry, and I've learned so much from them.
Yes.
Because they have so much experience
yeah.
when it comes to customer service, customer experience, and I've learned so much from them. But having a younger mind is also very good.
Yeah.
We communicate very well. I would say it's not a disadvantage at all. And just like our president says, like the younger generation is the next generation.
Of course. And
train us.
It's the reality.
And believe in us.
Yeah. And also maybe to the young people out there, it's a blessing to work with old people. Because
Yes,
like you
it
said,
is.
you learn a lot from them.
A lot.
Because these people have faced all the challenges and now they know how to overcome them. If you don't listen to them, you will not know where they went wrong. But if they tell you, I did that 20 years ago, you can avoid it right now. That means it's a blessing for you to work with an older person. I feel like, yeah, it's all about, you know, if you do own a company, you can get an HR who's a little bit older. But when it comes to social media marketing, you can have
things like that. Yeah, you
young
can have
blood.
a younger person,
Yeah, so I think that's really understandable. Now, to move forward, talking about events and working success, how do you measure success beyond working and creating experiences?
I heard this question like, I think like 2 days ago in a podcast that I was watching, but I thought about it in my sense, like in
Your
life in
perspective?
general, in my perspective. I think success is like, I measure success based on like peace.
Based on peace.
Yeah, like being content with whatever area you are in life. Because life, you'll never, ever just like be riding the wave like nicely. So I think if you're at peace with any situation that God brings in front of you, then you are successful. You have mastered life at that point.
Genius. like for real. What trends excite you the most about the industry right now?
Ooh, trends right now in the industry. I'm really liking how, what's the generation right now? Generation Alpha?
Yeah, Gen Z now Alpha. Now we are now in the Alpha.
In the
actually.
Alphas,
Yeah.
right? I've seen that, I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but there has been a switch in the interests of the millennials, Gen Zs, and the Gen Alphas. I think now Gen Zs and Gen Alphas are moving towards more wellness activities, like trying to find more activities than just like going to the club, drinking, things like that. So I think for me as a creative, it makes it a lot better. Like when you're making, like, for example, like an entertainment thing, like we recently did a festival. I worked a festival this last weekend. And we weren't only focused on like the drinking part of it and the artists and the things like that. We had to think outside the box. Like, what would people want? Like, incorporate coffee, matcha, things like that, wellness stuff, fashion, food, games, things like that. So like, I think it helps us be more creative as people that work in the industry, because people are not doing the same exact things. Like, we all want to just sleep all day, go to the club, drink, which is such a bad lifestyle. Please do not do that.
Okay.
Go hiking, go get some matcha and coffee. And,
Okay, that's nice. Talk about the creativity side and curating like experiences according to what is trending.
Yeah.
Now, I really want to know, how do you balance, or how you balance creativity and the business side of your job? Because they work hand in hand, but then how do you balance that?
I think don't really think about balancing it.
Okay.
Like, now creativity brings money.
Yes.
So think of it like that. It's like one equals the other, is what I would say.
One equals the other.
Yeah.
Because they work.
They work hand in hand, and most especially with the industry that we're in. Like even when you're creating an experience, when it comes like specifically to the hospitality side of it, let's say somebody is checking into a hotel, customer experience, this, be as creative in making the customer happy, and the money will come. Because if the customer is happy, the more they tip, the more they pay, the more they want to do the experience more, things like that.
The more they recommend you.
I think people should not think of experiences as like big stuff. Let's get big production. Let's get this, that. Think about how will the customer feel when they enter. Because loud sound and everything, yes, it plays a role for like the people that love music, things like that. Amazing production, stuff like that is really, really good. But master what the customer experience and you're good.
You talked about lessons in your job. What has been your hardest lesson you've had to learn so far?
What I said before is that life is very unexpected. Hardest. Yeah.
Life is very unexpected.
And in the industry that we're in, life is very unexpected. Let's say something goes wrong. You've picked a guest from the airport. Something goes wrong with the... Oh, this has happened to us so many times with like where I used to work. Like everything, you check the car, it's perfectly fine. The ACs are working, the fridge is perfectly cold, water is perfect. As soon as the guest walks out of the airport, something goes wrong with the car.
And everything was
And planned. Then, like it just depends on how you treat the guest after that. Like, how do you make their experience better? And you should always have a plan B.
Yeah, you should always have a plan B, obviously. You can't think of one plan because things always go wrong. And it's the world. The world, I normally tell brides, I do wedding photography, and you look at a bride worried, something's not going right. I'm like, look, even if you brought angels to plan your wedding, something will go wrong. Just play along and just relax.
Yeah.
The day will be fine because it's life. Now, I want to know if you've ever experienced a funny thing that happened on an event. Something funny, very funny.
I mean, funny things happen all the time.
Okay,
sometimes.
Just at you?
But it also depends on like the mentality that you have. Because some things, some people will think it's a disaster and you just laugh. You just laugh. But I would say like, I'm so sorry to the people that have fallen at Misty Branch, but I'm so sorry. I've laughed at each and every one of you that has fallen into that pool. I'm so sorry. We do this thing called Misty Branch. Lovely branch. People love it. But the pool is very close to where the people like move around. And some people towards like the night when they're dancing have a good time. Some of them fall. And it is funny.
That's really
funny.
I'm
so sorry, guys.
We are sorry, but it's funny. We can't change that.
Yeah.
Talk about Misty Branch and events. What do you think makes a city or a community vibrant for an event?
I think the people coming back to like the experience part of it is that make sure you understand what the people want and what the people like. When people are happy, they make the experience good for everybody else. So people actually, Rwandans, you know how Rwandans do this thing where they're like, what's the vibe there?
I know.
So they have to go based on what other people...
They're always online, Snapchat.
Yeah, so like it's not like they go there and create the vibe for themselves. So as the curator, you always have to make sure that you make the experience good enough for the first person that walks in so that they tell the rest word of mouth. And then everybody else is like, yeah, now I have to experience it because of what somebody else is saying. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the future.
Okay.
What excites you the most about the future of events in Rwanda?
Oh, in Rwanda specifically, it really excites me. I think Rwanda, the hospitality, tourism, and event management in general, that field is so exciting because it's becoming like the main thing that drives like income and the economy and people to Rwanda. The whole Visit Rwanda is based on the tourism side of it. So tourism, event management go hand in hand. So I think I'm just extremely excited, most especially when it comes to the sports, entertainment side of it. That has been really nice to watch, and I can't wait to see what else we are bringing to the table.
I love that. We all actually feed from the same, saucepan or same bucket, because we also do photography for events, and we can say that, those events really, really bring in some numbers when it comes to finance on our side.
But not only the finance, but don't you guys just have fun?
We do have fun, actually.
You do.
You
like,
have
it's
fun.
so
Sometimes
nice.
you put the camera on the side and you're watching basketball or something else. Yeah. But now, talk about Visit Rwanda. You mentioned Visit Rwanda.
Yeah.
I want to know, what impact do you think Visit Rwanda has on your work and the business?
Oh, it really helps us. For example, this whole Visit Rwanda campaigns and working with like different things like Kwitizina, BAL, all of these are different events that I've actually worked in. And when they do such events or initiatives for people to come and visit Rwanda, it helps us as event planners and people that work in the industry, because bigger events call for different side events as well. So even like when I work in the bigger events like Kwitizina or like BAO or things like that, still being able to do side events where people can now look at the different venues in Rwanda. So like the side events that we do during BAL, let's say like an after party for the BAL, or those things highlight different venues in Rwanda. So people now know like, oh, Rwanda has this kind of food. This is the culture that they have. Doing different fashion events shines light on the made in Rwanda products that we have here. So it really does not just help the event planners here, but all the creatives and all the people that are doing stuff here. Like the coffee brands that are here have been highlighted a lot. I would say like Kivunwa, Pedro's Coffee, Gorilla's Coffee, One Cup Coffee, all of those. And most of them have very good initiatives in the back of it, because I know like One Cup Coffee with like the women that they help in the rural areas. There's so much that goes behind it. People just see Visit Rwanda.
Yeah.
And yet when people come and they hear the stories from our history and how people are being helped from what has happened to us, it's crazy how a coffee brand can help so many other people behind
beneficiaries,
it.
Yeah. So now I take this opportunity to thank the government and RDB for the Visit Rwanda campaign. Like really speaking, beyond the hospitality, we all benefit from Visit Rwanda. When people come here for the big events, for example, let's say the Basketball Africa League, the BAL brings more than 5,000 fans, even beyond. And when those people come here in Rwanda, they need where to sleep, they need where to eat, they need photography, they need content creation, they need to go to the bar to have some drinks, So when the bar is having money, let's say Zaria call, they call me, hi Musa, we need some photography, You normally do side events. You're like, come do videography for this event. So Visit Rwanda has been really helpful for all of us, and I would say we are all grateful to RDB and the government. Just keep it up, and we also have to be on our best to make sure the guests are really satisfied and giving the best service. They can get. Now talk about delivering events and being able to do the top-notch service. What are you most proud of right now so far in your job?
In my job, it's just learning in general, like having more experience, like more in events where there are a lot of foreigners that come in, different experiences, working with different people. If you've worked with Rwandans all the time, you kind of like master how Rwandans like stuff, and so when you reach out and go to other places to do events, or when foreigners come in, just learning how other people like their experiences just fastens the mind, the creativity.
Now, if you could speak to your younger self on the day you started this career, what would you tell yourself?
I'd say dream big. Just keep dreaming. Everything will work out. Just keep dreaming and keep going. Fail, get up again. It will work out for one of the things that you try. So just keep dreaming, never stop dreaming.
Dream big, keep dreaming. Talk about dreaming. Where do you see Lavie in 5 years?
That's a crazy thing. I think there are different projects that I want to do. Some that have already been started.
Do you mind mentioning a few?
There are a few things that we want to do based on there's a specific project that I want to do to help the hospitality, tourism, and event management sector in Rwanda. When it comes to certifications on the people that work in the industry. And I feel like there's a gap in not just Rwanda, but in Africa as well, just making sure that everybody has the right certifications to be able to give the best.
You mean tour guides?
Yes,
drivers?
Tour guides, drivers, people that deal with alcohol, people that deal with food, because there's so much that goes into it, safety of food, all of those are experiences that people have. So
they're very important.
Yeah, very, very important. So we have to make sure that the people working in the industry are well equipped to be able to give the customers and the guests that they're working with the best experience that they're paying for. So yes, there's a small little project that hopefully it will be as fruitful as Lavie wants it to be and as I want it to be. But yeah, we're looking into that. So yeah.
Now I want to know about the most creative decision you've ever made in your life and it has changed your life.
I would say just getting into the industry that I work in, or even just doing the degree that I did, because I started with business administration, which I would say was a very broad major for me. But as I went into into the major and learning more, I was like, I want to specifically focus on hospitality and tourism management, which is why I now switched to do the major that I did. So I would say that would be the most.
Wow. You see, the things you've achieved right now, I want to get some backstory. If you ever got like any problems or doubt, like maybe from your parents, because I know parents pay school fees to, for their kids and they want their kids to be successful. And they're like you said, you are doing business administration, and then the parents are like, thinking my girl would do this and this and this. And then you're like, no, mommy, I'm going to do hospitality. Like, how did the parents take it? Like, she's diverting.
The crazy thing is, one thing I thank God for is my parents. Mama and Papa, you are the best parents to ever exist on planet Earth. Okay. Because my parents really support everything that we do. I think my dad is a little bit more logical.
Okay.
Not that my mom isn't logical. Like, my mom is a dreamer and everything. My dad is very like, just tell me the plan. Like, yes. I will support you. Just tell me what you're going to do with this plan.
Is the plan
like,
really
don't just go mama and dazi and you're in everywhere,
I get it.
So when I told them, it was a bit of a shock to them. But they allowed it. They knew that there was like, it's not like I was doing something very crazy.
Yeah.
But they supported it. I told them, this is what I want to do. This is where I think it's going. This is the career that I want to do. And they were like, you know what? We would rather pay for you to do something that you want to do and you go to the ends of the earth to be able to do it, rather than paying for something that you don't want to do.
That's a waste of your money.
Yeah.
One day I saw your parents on some event at night. I was like, these parents are so cool.
They're so supportive.
They are coming here. It was almost like 9-10 p.m. I was like, okay.
And you know what? They both are like they're not in the field that I'm in.
Yes.
Like, if you know my parents, completely different. They sometimes come just so that they know, just see my face. Let me show you that I support you. Yeah. It's not my scene.
But at least I'll be there for you.
But I'll be there for you. And in the events where it's not like entertainment or like at night, they're there from start to end. Yeah, because they're like, okay, this is my scene. I can sit down.
I know, like a branch, they could be there.
Yeah, there they could do that. But like, at least they come and show. They're like, you know what? If it's like a festival, a concert or something like that, they won't be able to like come. But they'll be like, you know what? I'm praying for you. They'll even come before. Like when we're doing setup and things like that, they'll come before and they'll be like, okay, we're so proud of you. So cool. Yeah, and always having that support in your mind, you can do anything. Yeah, so it's very, very important to support your kids, to support the people around you, not just your kids, but your friends, your family. Yeah,
I think we all need the support, but then now this goes to the parents mainly. Parents, please, please, please. If you see your child wants to do something and you can't support them, they don't need a lot of cash. Sometimes it's just the emotional support. Like, for example, we have seen kids who love to play football at a very young age, 4 or 5 years. Just push them. Someone wants to be a basketballer. Someone wants to be a painter. You want to do events. Because honestly speaking, you could stay in what your parents paid for. Like, you're like, you know what, I want to do this. And they're like, very, very okay for you to change. Parents, please, 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 you can do your best. We feel like everyone has their calling. And now you see you're very successful in what you do at a very young age.
Thanks.
But, you know, that's very cool if parents actually help the kids. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Now, I have some quick fires for you. Not too much thinking.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just one statement answer, no problem.
Are they random?
Very random.
Very random?
Very random.
Okay.
So I think the first one is day event or night event?
Day event.
Day event.
Yeah. I love a day event.
One word that describes you?
One word. It's supposed to be rapid? Adventurous.
Corporate event or culture event?
Cultural for the fun part of it. Corporate for the financial part of it.
Corporate for the money.
Yeah.
One item you always carry with yourself on an event?
My phone and my lip gloss.
Your lip gloss?
Yeah.
Okay, you better be...
Can have chapped lips. Are my lips chapped right now? No, they're not chapped. I know they're never chapped. Yeah. But could use more lip gloss.
Now, okay. This is big. Dream event to curate.
Maybe like an Afro Nation kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Like something as big as like Afro Nation.
Now, lastly, the city with the best entertainment scene you have experienced.
Toronto.
Then the one you would want to experience.
Ooh. Like I want to like experience like a World Cup. And that moves from different places. So yeah. Like I imagine being like part of like the World Cup or like anything to do with like the NFL. I would like to curate, to be like in charge of the halftime experiences. You want the big things. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we have a parting question. This is like a signature question for that podcast. We ask this every guest. When people remember your face years from now, what story do you hope they remember it with?
That she made a difference in the customer experience in Africa. I was going to say in Rwanda, but in Africa.
Because you're looking beyond, you're planning to expand. Yeah, you've now gone to Uganda more, you're doing events in Uganda.
Looking to do in Nairobi, Kenya. But not just events, but mostly like the safety and the risk management when it comes to like hospitality and event management and tourism management in general. Like the safety of the customer as a person. So
guys, you've heard it from Paula Mugabo, the person behind Lavie Management. They, of course, they do events, they do hospitality, they curate experiences for everyone. Just hit them up. Go to their events every day because they do the best events and the experiences there are lit. So just remember, on the podcast, we bring different people from all walks of life. Every face has a story worth telling. This is Faces and Stories, and this was Paula Mugabo's story. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.